Hey guys, good morning. Hopefully you can hear me. We're in San Diego this morning on our way to a missions trip, and we're not in New Mexico yet. So friends of ours had some friends in San Diego, and I don't know if I can flip the camera. I wish I could. Anyway, they were really gracious to host us in their home last night, and so I'm recording from the balcony of the deck outside their house, overlooking the San Diego Harbor, which is really cool. But I wanted to. So today is the 5th, January 5th, and sorry, my light is a little low here. But it's Chambers is dealing with the same scene that we dealt with yesterday, which was Jesus talking to the disciples and saying, "Where I'm going, you can't follow." It's interesting what he had said before that. He had said, now it's time for me to be glorified and the Father to be glorified, and me and him and me. And so there's something that has happened in Jesus that is now bringing it to kind of a head. And so when Peter asks, "Hey, why can't we follow you? I will lay down my life for you." And Jesus says, "No, you can't follow me, but later you'll follow me." And Chambers deals with it in this week's or today's devotional. And I'm going to jump down to the bottom of the first paragraph there. And he talks about this concept of internal martyrdom. And what Jesus highlights for Peter is exactly what our problem is a lot of times. Jesus says to Peter, "No, you can't follow me. You're going to actually deny me 3 times tonight." And he's basically saying, you're not ready yet because you haven't crucified, or you haven't totally killed your own desires and wills. And so this concept of internal martyrdom, that's an expression that I had never heard before reading Chambers, and it's a really cool one. So, and I'll probably come back to it again and again throughout the year. But he says in that next paragraph, there was oh, that's what it is. He'd come to the end of himself. So Jesus is requiring of Peter, as he requires of us, to come to the end of our abilities and our answers and anything we have. And he says, until there's not one strand of himself that he would ever rely upon again. That's what happened to Peter. So when he denies Jesus, and he comes to this point of absolute, just crushing disappointment in himself. And that's when Peter realizes that nothing is in him. He doesn't have the ability within himself to follow Jesus. He can't do it himself. And that's the lesson, I think, for all of us, is that we can't do it. We don't have the ability to until God gives us his Spirit. And so Chambers says, no matter what changes God has wrought in you, and this is the thing too, we sometimes start to get overconfident in our own ability to deal with sin, to deal with pride, to deal with our anger, to deal with anything that would keep us apart from God. And Chambers says, no matter what changes God has wrought in you, good changes, never rely upon them. Sorry, my light is low here. Build only on a person, the Lord Jesus Christ, and on the Spirit he gives. So that's one of the dangers of believers, is that we start to think, oh wow, God has changed me a lot. He's taken away these desires. He's put this desire in me that's a good thing. He's put people around me that keep me accountable. Don't ever get to the point like Peter did, where you say, oh, I'm ready, Lord, I'm ready to follow you, even laying down my life. And Chambers ends it with this, and he says, all our vows and resolutions end in denial because we have no power to carry them out. It's just a good reminder. Today's a good reminder that there's no way for us to accomplish what God has for us in our own power and our own strength and any kind of confidence in ourselves. So I know that doesn't sound like a very uplifting and encouraging piece of guidance today, but if anything, just be encouraged by the fact that we can follow him, but we need to empty ourselves first. Thanks, guys.